Coach, a lot of close games this season. They were able to get it down to 6 points in the fourth there. What did you see that allowed this team to be able to have the confidence to come back?
Well, obviously, Jameer made some big plays down the stretch. A guy that's, all-star finals. He's been in a million games like this. And, to see him out there just kind of calmly, coolly, collectively bring us home. Big shots, big plays. We got some timely stops down the stretch. And it was a hell of a win for us. They're a good team. They're 11-4 in the last 15. And that's 2 of our last 3 games where our defense has played really well. So that's encouraging to me. Clipper game held them under 100 tonight, held this team under 100, and very good percentages from the field and from the three-point line. I thought Darrell Arthur was fantastic tonight. Darrell Arthur, I thought, saved us to start the game. His energy, his shot making, got us back into it. And from there, I thought everybody else contributed. So hell of a team win for us, and we finish up the season series 2-2 against a very good team.
To your point, Jameer and DA, those key ingredients in that veteran leadership, how important is that in times when it's kind of starting to dwindle?
Oh, really important. Jameer Nelson, 7 assists, 0 turnovers. So he takes care of the ball, and then the big shots that he made. He comes down, as you mentioned, Ally, they're making a run, they're clawing back in. And at times this year, we haven't closed the game. Tonight we were able to do that, which is hopefully a sign of growth and improvement for our team, because we know we'll be in a lot more close games. And Darrell, when he hit that step back jumper in the post, I knew it was his night. He's been shooting the ball extremely well, and he's on a minute restriction, and I thought even his defense was fantastic. So it's great to have veteran guys step up like they did tonight.
And Nikola Jokic, another double-double, but what was really impressive was him guarding Gobert and how much he was able to sustain him. What did you think of that performance tonight?
Yeah, obviously he gets 23, 11 boards, 6 assists, 4 turnovers. We've got to cut those down, and that's one area on the defensive end he's going to have to continue to work on. They went at him in that third quarter with Derek Favors and had success with that. That's just improving his body, doing his work early, and it's not for a lack of effort. But Nikola is a competitor, he's a winner, and it's just another great game for him.
You guys had, I think it was 8 turnovers fairly early, but you only finished with 14.
Yeah.
What did you guys do differently to start taking care of the ball?
Well, we stopped, early on. We had, I think, 4 of our 8 turnovers at halftime were in transition. And, I think playing open and free is great, but discipline is also required. And I think 3 of our first 4 were no-look passes. And unfortunately, our no-look passes went to Utah. So I think after halftime, we started taking care of the ball, making the simple play, and not just being so carefree with it, valuing the ball more. So that was big, much improved in that second half, as you mentioned.
Is this team's defense going to determine whether or not they make the playoffs?
I'm sure it will, and I think our team's defense will determine or not whether we're an 8 seed or higher. Everybody just keeps on talking about the 8 seed. I don't have, why is there a cap on making the playoffs as just an 8 seed? I don't understand that at all. But to your point, Matt, yes, defense is going to help us carry the day because our offense has been our offense. We have yet to win a game when we scored under 100 points. And tonight, obviously, we got 103. But if our defense can continue to improve and we can make strides in that area and maintain the offense that we've been showing, then I think we're a pretty tough out. But yeah, I think it'll be a big factor moving forward.
You revealed your reserve ballot before the game. I know the rules, but did you work the phones or call on any favors of your coaching counterparts for votes for Jokic?
I'll be totally honest, I did not. I know we as an organization did. I got emails from certain coaches, I'm sure mass emails, trying to push for their guys. Nikola Jokic will not only be an all-star, he'll be an all-NBA player one day. I believe that in my heart. If this year is not his year, he's getting the credit and the reputation that he deserves. But my focus, to be very honest, is not on Nikola making the All-Star team. It's about trying to improve, trying to help our guys get better every single day. But there's not a coach or a fan in the NBA that does not know Nikola Jokic. I think he has to be one of the more exciting young players in the NBA. And as I say many times, we're just so thankful and thrilled that he's a big part of our future.
What did you see specifically on the defensive end tonight that you liked?
Obviously, anytime you can hold a team to 41 from the field and 31 from the 3, that's terrific. Now, let's be honest, the 93 points, they're last in the league in pace. They're not a high-scoring team. But the fact that we were getting stops, I like that communication tonight. I thought guys were really communicating, covering for each other. And when you communicate, that allows you to be on the same page. And I think guys are taking more of a just more pride in guarding their matchup in the one-on-one defense that I talked about prior to the game. So, a heck of a job there.
With Jamal Murray getting some extensive minutes, you saw that great play where he switched hands in the layup. How much are you seeing his confidence build?
Well, every minute he gets is going to help his confidence. It's going to help his development. Obviously he's a little under the weather right now. But what I like about Jamal is, tonight he had 5 assists. In Minnesota, he had 6 rebounds. He's not just a guard that can come out there and make shots. I try to get him shots, get him looks, give him some separation, but he's getting better, and I think every opportunity he gets to play as many minutes as he did tonight will only aid in that development. By the end of the year, he'll be a heck of a player for us.
Did you know that Darrell Arthur had the one-legger?
I did not. I knew that he had the three-point shot working tonight. At halftime, threes were wild. He was 3 for 3 from the field, 3 for 3 from the 3, and 3 for 3 from the foul line. It's a lot of threes. But when I saw that shot, Matt, I knew that he was having a special night.
What's gotten into his jumper this year? I mean, he's always been a good shooter from 3, but it's over 50% now. 50 plus attempts too.
Yeah, I'll be honest. What's going on with his jumper is he works his butt off. I mean, Darrell Arthur puts a lot of time in the gym, and that's where I have to be smarter moving forward, limiting him in practice so we can play him in games. He's that important for us. He gives us a different dimension offensively, spacing the floor, but also defensively. I don't care if it's Karl Anthony Towns, Derek Favors. When he's in the game, we can guard guys in the post straight up. He embraces that challenge. He wants that challenge. But I think his shooting and the improvement in his shooting is that he's a workaholic, and he takes a lot of pride in his job and being able to make shots. And I think tonight was a great example of that.
How great is it to have an X factor like him who can play defense and hit threes and come in and just completely change the pace of the game like he did tonight?
Oh, it's great. I mean, hey, when we're healthy, we're a pretty dangerous team. And when we're healthy and we're defending, we're even more dangerous. And Darrell is a guy that, as I just said, spaces the floor, makes threes, and guards the post, and communicates, and guards pick and rolls. And, I think when he's out there, our defense is definitely, him and Gary, I would say, are probably the 2 best defenders. And when they're out there, good things usually happen.
Coach, you mentioned Darrell as being one of the keys to getting things going there at the end of the first. Just talk a little bit more about that second quarter and just the way that you guys fought through and allowed some